What is up? It's your boy the Knologist. We're going to be doing some AFK Leetcode training and getting strength up to max. Let me get pommel focus up. But basically, let's go pommel start. Let's click on the thing here. I'm training strength. I got this pommel on thing. It's the same build as we normally go from the last one. And basically, what we have here is this question. So yeah, we're right now training strength on this side. And then we're going to be doing the reverse words in a string question. This is medium Leetcode. Let's go through the instructions. Given an input, string S, reverse the order of the word. Okay. Words will be separated by at least one space. Okay. Return strings in reversed order concatenated by a single space. If the string data type is mutable, can you solve it in place with O of one extra space? So constant space. I mean, let's, I guess, let's try it this way first. Let's try it the easiest way I could think. So I could go split. So I could go, this is the string strs, and it returns a string output. So first I want to do this. So let's call this split. And then let's go Python split strings. Okay, so let's go to split method, which is this. Then I'm going to go text.split. Okay, so it's I.split, and then you define what character this is. So basically, so my name, John. I'm going to split on these spaces. And then I get this, 2, 3 in an array. The only thing is, I need to know, okay, yeah, so it does return it within this, so its return type is an array. So I can go split, so string. I could split it at the space. So now this is an array of strings, and then anything with a space, an extra space in there, will be kept. So basically now I need to clean this data. So I need to go let's go Python trim. strip, L strip. So Python strip. Okay, so we strip each one. Greeting dot strip. Okay, so this basically returns it within it as well. So basically this returns the array. Sometimes you can do the function but the return type is null, so be careful with doing that because sometimes you might return a value. So let me show you on the whiteboard. Sometimes you might return, so let's say you go function, right? This is a function, and then this is my string. This is X. Sometimes this is, if this returns an array, we're good. Sometimes this might return null, so you have to just call it directly as it is without this X equals. So you just do the function as is. So yeah, that's why I always check in the docs like what exactly is the output. So this L strip saves this array back to this variable. So I know that we're doing the right thing. That's just my take. Like, you guys could do it your way. This is like the brute forcey way I would kind of do it. So let's go for I in string, in split. Actually, I want to do work on this string as well. So I can go for in range len split. So now I can go through the whole array. Then I want to go, because I want to trim it, and if it's not a useful item, I just want to get rid of it. So Python remove items from an array. Okay, so let's check on this. Okay, so you could just do dot remove basically. So you can go L strip. So I can go I at splits. So the value at this equals and then I want to strip it. So I can go split I dot strip. So I call this function on there, and then if this item is a space, so for example, if I split it and I have let's say 2 spaces, right? So right now, let's say I got my name is John and there's 2 spaces here. This is actually going to split into its own thing. And then this space will be removed and this will be a space. So I'll have this in the array. So it'll be my name space, because there's 2, and then John. Or actually, no, that's not a good one. There has to be 3 spaces. If there are 3 spaces. Because then this gets split, I know, but that gets attached to this. I'm just curious now, like how does that work? Actually, I don't even have to do that because the strip takes care of it, basically. In that case, then I'm good. Then all I have to do is just strip directly. Okay, so I just realized that multiple spaces just add on to the next word, so I don't have to do extra work on that. I don't have to do an extra computation on this. So let's go split I strip, and then basically return, and then the join of the reversed string. So then we go split. Can I do this? Let me try it. Let's see. I got world hello. Expected this. Dot strip. Why isn't strip working? Okay, so split I. For I and split, this splits everything into individual words. For I in range thing. For I in range length of split. Split at item I, which is the array at I. Strip the item at I. Oh, that's why. I could just do this. That should work. Wait, why? World hello. World hello. What's the Python strip function? Strip. Greeting.strip. I don't know, like why doesn't that work? Why doesn't that work? Okay, so split is here, strip. It's obviously doing this somehow. Split gets the individual words, so hello world will be split in half, and then now I get this, and I get this. So then that means if I go strip on each item, is it immutable? Is it immutable? I'm wondering if it's immutable. Because in that case, I would just have to could just work backwards. What is wrong with it? There's another way to do this, but we'll do that after if we have time. I'm just thinking, okay, if I do this and I sanitize, okay, I could just brute force it. Let's just not care about resources. We can call this temp. Empty array. And then temp dot append this. So I just add this to temp, the split versions of everything, and then I pretty much reverse it. So then I just go temp. Oh, that's why. Maybe it's because I'm pulling from here. I'm doing split, and then this split is not updating it, maybe? I don't know. Let's call it on temp. Let's see what happens with temp. Really? So strip's not working in Python, obviously. Takes optional characters passed in. What if I define it? Okay, let's go Palmo focus. How much do I got? Okay, so I got enough for this. I'm curious. Okay, what if I define the strip? Because then I could just reduce resources here again by doing this. Split strip of spaces, so it explicitly knows what to strip it of. And then I go this. I split it by the space. Hello world. Split I dot strip. Split I dot strip for I in index. So split of index I. Strip it. It's not order of operations. So for I len split range. Python strings are immutable, which means strip does not modify the original string in place. Instead, it returns a new string. Okay. I could go text replace. If strip doesn't work, I can use replace. Let's try replace. If that's being an issue. And I could just go dot replace. Still the same thing. It's immutable for some reason. Okay. Why isn't strip working? Strip is not defined. No, but I'm not reversing it. There could be unlimited spaces. Wait, let me fix this. This is the thing I don't like about ChatGPT. Like, it doesn't do what I need it to do. Like you would think with all the billions of entries, like it should be able to infer the correct message that I'm trying to convey, but it's really not. Oh, nice. Did I get 80 strength? Oh, 79 hit points. I guess I'm getting closer to 80, 79 strength, I think. Don't offer new code, just tell me why mine isn't working. Strip returns a new string, but does not modify the original. Well, technically, when I do that too, it doesn't work. Imagine if it just turns green. Yeah, see, look, it doesn't work like this either. No, but like I originally had it like this, split. When I split the string, it shouldn't matter. The problem is how you split the string. Oh, unless it's treating each space as its own individual and it's being joined. I could do that. Okay, let me add a further sanitization then to my code. I keep opening VS Code by accident. I think what's going on here, and ChatGPT is not really getting it, it's this sanitization. So if, and it's what we went over earlier, like it could be individual. So if split remove item I. Yeah, so I could just remove it from the array. That will pretty much give me the answer I'm looking for. I think that's what I was looking for. And this is what I opted for initially. I just thought that it would split it like that into a bigger word, but I was wrong there. So remove dot my list dot remove. Okay, so it's going to be Python, so it's split dot remove split I. Oh, and then it's building these spaces back because it's turning it into a thing. So split I. So it's going to be no space right now. So if it's an empty item, no space. And then when you join it, you're actually joining spaces back in place of it. So that's where the sanitization occurs. This should fix it. If split I equals split strip index out of range. How could this be out of range? Oh, it's because I'm removing items. Or I could do if I equals space. Let's just be super inefficient because I'm lazy as fuck and I don't want to fix this. Right now I'm going to get rid of this. Basically, if it's a space, remove it. I'm just going to do this and then I'm going to do this. And then basically do the strip logic here. Oh my god, that's funny. So basically I'm just going to do two loops. One, remove all the spaces once I split it, and then just reverse it and then do it like this. Wait, how? How does that not work? That should work. That should fucking work. What the hell is that? Split dot remove. This should get rid of all the spaces if split equals. And then basically if split equals thing, then strip it. Split produces an empty string. Okay, so I can just sanitize for the empty. And then that should be it. Just remove the item from I. That should work. Index out of range. I could do a while loop then. I could do a while loop. So while I j equals 0, while j basically I just want to pop everything that's not a thing. There's going to be a lot cleaner way that I want to show you guys, so I could just do it this way. I don't want to give it away yet though, because like this is like the cheap, easy way to solve it, which is turning out to be a pain in the ass. Okay, let's just do it this way, temp. Let me just reverse my for loop again. temp, and then I could do this. Get rid of this loop. Basically, continue, len split, temp equals empty array, and then basically I could take this and feed it to the array. So what I'm going to do is, I could even go backwards. How do you go backwards? Python iterate backwards for loop. Let's go reversed. No, I actually want to do it. Yeah, this is the right way to do it with range, so I could just do it this way and then just add it to my list directly. So I'll show you guys. I could just add it to my list directly, which is this. -1 is the step, and then -1 is 1 below 0, because it's 0 indexed reversed. So it's got to go down to 0, starting at 0. So 0 minus 1, which is -1, last one, and then go backwards from 0. So step not -1 up until len split -1, which we have to explicitly define here. So this, if split I continue, else temp temp.append split I. And then if there's anything here, I can go .strip. I don't even have to do this at this point. Then I can just join it, because now I'm just adding it already pre-reversed. Let's try this. Oh yeah, join final, join temp. Let's go. So that's done, and that's like a long way to do it. There's so much syntax and bullshit. Now I'm gonna go through the quick way to do it, and we can use a data structure called, and yes, it's gonna be pretty obvious because we kind of just did it just now. Wait, cancel. And it's called the stack. So what we do is we just iterate through this array of stuff. We just pop it in the stack. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. All we have to do is, as we go through each one, it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And since this is a LIFO object, last in, first out. I'm doing this with a fucking mouse, by the way. I'm not using a pen. Then when we pop each item off the stack, we now get 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's what we could do. And that way it's also just O(n). Uses the same amount of space as the other solution. It's just another way to do it. That way we don't have to reverse the array. We don't have to do anything like that. So let's create a stack. So I'm going to refresh this. So that's my stack, and then I want to go actually, yeah, I also want to get rid of the words somehow. So I'm still going to split it. So split equals s dot split. Then I want to go for word in split. And we're going to be pushing into the stack. This is called push and pop. So let's do this method. Split. I wonder if there's mutability if I do it this way. I'm gonna try, just for the purposes of the video, because we may as well learn what constraints we're dealing with this type of function and different things. So we can go word if word equals empty string. Let me just copy this. I want to see what I did to sanitize from the last thing. If split I equals empty. Okay, so let's just refresh again. Confirm, paste. So yeah, if word equals thing, then continue, else, then we can push onto the stack. I want to stack things up. That way when I pop them out, they'll come into reverse. And then I don't have to, yeah, then I don't have to do anything with that. So basically, I'll go this, word equals thing, stack equals this. If word equals thing, if word equals that, stack, yeah, so if word equals thing, continue, else I want to push. So it'll be stack dot push word. I could take this even further. Actually, that should be fine. Then I could just go stack dot push word. Now my stack is full. Append. Yeah, so my stack.pop. Append and pop. Okay, so it's got append and pop. It doesn't have push, so dot append. That's our version of pushing, and then you don't need to pop actually, since you've pushed everything into the stack. All you have to do is join the stack as is. So then you just go return. Append word.strip. And then you can just return stack joined. Equals because we want to make sure we have the right thing. Test 1 2 3. The sky is blue. The sky is blue. The blue is sky. The blue is sky. The output. The sky is blue. Sky is blue. Oh, because we're not popping. Okay, so when we do this, we gotta pop it. Oh yeah, so we do have to reverse it still. I guess this is the exact same if we do it that way. I just wanted to see. Let's just use the stack because I want to show you guys how to use the data structure. So let's just play around with the stack. So if this stack.append, so we push everything into the stack. Then we can go for, or we can go while len stack is greater than 0. And then I can go final empty string stack dot pop and then basically, so final is stack.pop. So now I pop the word off the stack that's stripped. And then if I pop that word that's stripped, basically what's happening now is I'm going that 4 3 2 1. So now I'm appending it to final. Final is an empty string. So basically what I'm doing now is, in order to use this data structure, we have to pop it off, right? But we don't want it to put it in an array. We want to put it in a string with spaces in between. So I'm going to pop off 4 and then add a space. And then 3, 2, 1 until we get to 1. And then I don't want to add a space on 1. So basically, if len wrong thing. Basically, if len, I'm just doing all this abstraction so you guys can also understand how to use a data structure if you guys are asked. So if len equals if the length is not equal to 1. Then add. Otherwise, add the space. Final. So that way it doesn't add it to the last one. Stack, add the space, add the space, add the space, get to the last element, don't add the space. And then stack.pop. Oh, at this point I pop and stack is 0. So if it's not 0, then do that. So now it's going to check the length of the stack. Actually, yeah, so it's at the last one, it already pops and adds it. So now the stack is at 0, and then we do this. So now we can return. Oh wait, I gotta cancel this. I just gotta return the final. There we go. And that's an alternative way to solve the question as well. So you have two ways. You could do the string way, where you can actually use the built-in functions with Python, or you have the option of basically, so first we have the built-in functions. Now we have the option of, like, if we go back to the screen, using the stack. So depending on how your interview is going to go, sometimes there might be rules where it's like you can't use built-in functions and shit. So in that case, we use our elegant stack solution that just uses they might have rules and shit where it's like you can't just do that or whatever. But even though we still split, they might have some intricate way of thinking. But this shows you how to use the stack. If they ask you, like, what other ways could you use to solve this, you could use a stack, or you could use just built-in functions in reverse and all that kind of stuff. So either way, it's going to take the same amount of time and space complexity. So you're not really optimizing for much, but it is what it is, right? Like, if you enjoyed it, yeah. So if you like this, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment below, give me your suggestions. I'm going to keep doing these. We're going to keep fucking struggling through these. And by the time we get to, like, Leetcode number 100 or 1,000, we're all going to be experts together, and we're going to get those jobs. All right. Yeah, like lead coding, I know that people say it's not worth the time, but I think it is. I think it is because it gets you thinking algorithmically. It gets you familiar. Like, even forget the job portion. Like, it gets you in the gear of being familiar with the syntax of the language. And that's basically how you can learn the language really quickly. You learn all these little nitty-gritty features and tricks that you would only find if you were asked a really specific question that you may not even encounter at the workplace, right? So when you do see it in the workplace, you can identify these patterns ahead of time. Be like, oh, okay, I saw this in the question, boom, done. And yeah, so if you like this, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment below. Can I just out.